Everybody, it's Joe from greenlightsound.com, and today we've got a really simple tip on how we can use mid-side processing on reverbs, specifically reverbs that have a lot of low information in them, where we can kind of manipulate the low end of the mid signal and shape the sides differently so we don't get too much low end rumble in our reverb. A really good source to try this on is kick drum, because if you just slap a reverb on kick drum, you could really muddy up your mix with all that low end information kind of bouncing around the reverb. So the first thing I want to do is hear it like that. I'm just going to throw this reverb on. The full kick signal is being sent to it. This is the PSP 2445. Here's what it sounds like with no reverb at all. And the reverb channel on. So obviously the reverb is kind of loud, so we can hear this in the example. You would dial it back a bit in the actual mix. So with the reverb on, I'm just going to open up Pro Q3 right below. Now this EQ is really nice because it has mid-side processing built in. A lot of modern digital EQs do have that. If you don't have a mid-side EQ, you can use Studio One if you're using this DAW and do a mid-side matrix through their FX. It'll break it down that way and you can do it like that. That's a topic for another video. Let's just use Pro Q3 here. I'm going to get a high-pass filter, but I'm going to change its stereo placement to the mid signal instead of the full stereo signal. So basically cutting almost everything out here in the mid signal. All that low end information is totally cut out. I'll bypass it on and off so you can hear what it sounds like. I'm going to dial a little bit more back in. And then we can shape the side signal however we want. If we want to kind of boost the sides at the top end, I just change this stereo placement to side. This is obviously way over the top, but you get the idea. I'll bypass it on and off. You can hear how extreme the processing really is. And if you wanted a little bit more low end in the signal, we could just drop this mid high pass filter back. And we can really shape the reverb whatever way we want on whatever source we want that way. You can throw reverb on bass, guitar, and not have it totally blow out the mix by controlling that low end. Anything really sub 150, 200 hertz is going to get pushed out of that signal, and that's really helping clean up the reverb in the mix. And in the context of the full mix, you won't miss that low end in the reverb at all. So there it is, a really simple tip for using mid-side processing on reverbs to help really control them, especially on instruments or sources with a lot of low frequency information. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, so we can keep you in the loop as to what's coming up next, and I'll see you in the next one.